Kim, welcome to this podcast studio. This is a podcast truck.
I love it, Tom. Thank
cool?
you. This
I
is
know.
really cool. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I'm really glad you're here. So somebody walks up to your booth and they meet you and they don't see the sign. Who are you? What do you do? What are you all about?
Great question. So I am going to say a PEO, and to most people, they are going to say, what is a PEO?
I know, that sounds like a really weird, and I know many people know what that is, but for somebody who doesn't, what is a PEO?
So first, it stands for Professional Employer Organization. And the next question is, well, what does that mean,
What
right?
the heck is that?
Okay. Our bread and butter is what most businesses have to have. Businesses have to have insurance. So we sell workers' comp insurance. You have to run payroll, and you need some sort of compliance, and you have to pay taxes. So what we do is those services for business owners so that you can go focus on shredding or whatever it is that your business does.
So, okay, buy a PEO, because that's the short form version of it, but the more in-depth version is essentially you act like you hire the employees. Is that correct?
So great question. So you say, how does that impact my company?
Yeah.
Where we can help you save money is that your employees become a part of our FEIN number. So what does that mean? When you go to get work comp insurance, you're writing it for XYZ company. When you come to us, we're putting it in with our 80,000 other worksite employees. So we're writing a huge policy, which gives us better buying power.
Right.
So why does it behoove you to come to us? Because we can get you more than likely a better work comp rate.
Okay, is the work comp, or because you do other insurance elements too, or is it just primarily work comp?
Work comp insurance, we do pay as you go. So as you know, work comp, I don't know if you know much about business owners know work comp insurance. Work comp insurance is a different beast with insurance. There is something called your experience mod. So your work comp rates are based on your experience mod. What does that mean? If you've had claims, whether one significant one or several little ones, when you go to do your next renewal, you're going to have a higher mod, and a higher mod means higher rates.
Right.
When you come to a PEO, you're going to, in certain states, take the PEO's mod, better rates.
Okay, so it's almost like you've consolidated all of these employees under one umbrella.
Yes.
And that gives you both the better rate because of the buying power, but also the mod.
Correct.
Got it. Okay.
But I want to go further because we are more than just the work comp insurance.
Yeah.
We have an amazing safety team. So for companies that are manufacturing, we've got fleet. We write mainly the blue and gray collar space. So our safety team is on the road in the field, or you could be even just, hey, I need some help. I keep having claims on XYZ. Do you have information that you can send me? So we are here for your safety and risk as well. You have a designated claims analysis. So as your claims are coming in, we have someone that's looking at your claims, trying to close those quickly, because that's going to be better for you and for us in the long run. So our difference at Peoplease, because people is in our name, people first is how we see it.
Right.
We are not a company that you're going to call on a 1-800 number. You have a designated payroll person because you're running payroll on a regular basis.
Yep.
So you have one person that you talk to. You can call and say, hey, I need to run a special one-off, this or that. You have one person that you're working with on a regular basis. You have a safety person, a claims person, and then you have someone like myself, a client success manager, and I'm there to retain the business, have the relationship, and make sure you're getting everything that you need that we've promised to deliver to you.
And so in this industry, because I know you have clients in this industry.
Absolutely.
We happen to be connected by one of your clients.
Yes.
And I'm happy to say that it's Nick Kirkhow, who I've worked with for many years, and you have too.
I have. Thank you, Nick.
Yeah, thank you. So in a company, say like his, or a shredding company, how do you think about that company? Like when you talk to somebody like Nick, what's the modeling as a customer success person? How do you think about ensuring his business is stable and supported from your perspective?
Sure. So Nick has access to all of our safety things. So one, we can give Nick the rates that he wants.
Yep.
But it's again, it's that package deal. So Nick has said, he's had some issues with taxes. Nick knows that he can call me and say, hey, Kim, there's something going on with St. Louis, this and that. So we work as a team, and he has a person like myself, and all of our clients have a designated person that they can go to for escalation, for any questions. So you're not ever calling the 1-800 number. You have a person that is there to help you with all of your business needs. We have an amazing HR business team. Again, hey, we haven't updated our handbook in 8 years. Do you guys do that? Yes, absolutely. It's a phone call. They sit, they walk you through it, and we use a system that keeps you, again, legally compliant. Compliant is kind of the key word with all things safety, risk, HR, and everything.
So do you focus on a particular geography, or are you across the U.S.?
We are across the U.S., and we have employees. We are mainly remote, and it works in our favor because you want somebody on the West Coast running West Coast payroll. Because if there's a crisis and your person's in New York and they've shut down for the day, you want to know that someone's there to handle that last minute, whatever issue that you've had. So we are scattered across America. We've got teams. We have physical offices because I recognize not everybody is in a direct deposit situation. So we print checks, and we have designated offices in different areas so that if there's a hurricane in Florida, we can get you up north. If there's a snowstorm, then we've got you down in Florida. So we have strategically placed offices for those reasons as well.
Across the country?
We only have a few offices, but mainly our employees are working scattered all over the U.S.
Right.
So.
Okay. So, I mean, the reason I asked that is because when you were talking about HR law, what's really interesting to me is HR law is different in California than it is in Alabama.
Yes,
right?
and our
and
HR
it's
team
dramatically different.
So what I love about them is they send out a quarterly update, and they will send it to all of our clients because I have staffing companies, so they're staffing across America as well. So we write, again, all sorts of industries, but our team, it's their responsibility to keep up with what's happening. So when something comes up in any state, so quarterly, all that to say, they send out a letter with a kind of like a spreadsheet. Here's what's new in New Jersey, in Illinois, California. So we're trying to keep our clients up to date. This is what's happening. This is what you need to be aware of. So
got it.
It's keeping you up to date on maybe the things that you're not paying attention to because you're busy with an issue with your shredding truck. So
it's kind of a strange question, and I'm not trying to get you to sell it, but there might be multiple PEO companies. I'm guessing there's other PEO companies in the world.
There are.
So why would I come to you versus another one? What's the distinction? You talked about an 800 number versus calling you directly.
I think that's our selling point. I mean, we have the basics, work comp and payroll. Sure, that's what they all have. We have so many other ancillary products, timekeeping, applicant tracking systems, the HR team, the risk and safety team. We have so much to offer a client, but always with that personalized touch. And then again, yes, they have a designated person like myself, a designated team that is at their beck and call. So it's not just the people, it's all the other products that we can help them with as well. Benefits, that's another thing, a 7-man company going into Blue Cross Blue Shield trying to get a policy versus coming through us. Again, you're on that master plan. We have so many ancillary products. You can offer 401k to your employees. We have so many things that we can help you as a business owner that maybe you're not equipped to hire an HR person, but we can take care of all those needs that you're like, I really can't afford it. Well, when you come in with us, it makes it more doable for you as a business owner.
So, and I've always wondered this question because a lot of people that I work with use you, but when an employee gets their paycheck, and I realize it's not always handwritten check, but or a printed check, but it's direct deposit or whatever. Right. Is the pay coming from you or from?
Great question. So that is the distinguishing feature of a PEO.
Yeah.
So we become your co-employer, if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
So their W-2, their paychecks will say Peoplease.
Okay.
But you're still the employer. You still hire, you still fire, you still train, you still run your operations. Those are all your decisions.
But just that
one piece.
That one piece gets brought over to you, which gives them significant discounts on cost of insurance, plus all of the other pieces and parts that you deliver for them.
Yes.
Plus all the addendums and ancillary services that you can provide. Got it. Okay. But the employee knows, okay, my pay check and my W-2 comes from there.
Correct.
Got it. Okay.
Yes. And it's the same, I think, if you're in any company. It's similar. I shouldn't say it's the same. It is similar. You know, if you're working for a company, and I'm going to throw out, I'll make up a name because I don't want to throw out other competitors, but you know, you go to work for your company as ABC, whatever, but your paycheck might come from a payroll company.
Right.
So I think employees are accustomed to seeing a different name on their paycheck, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I just because sometimes when I talk to people that distinction isn't clear, right?
And it tends to throw off some business owners. They don't want to be in a PEO because they're like, no, they're my employees. And correct, they are your employees. We're just here to give you a plethora of services and a business partner. I like to look at us as being a valued business partner to our clients. And I take pride in that. I feel like I have clients that know that they can call me. And we are here to help them in whatever need that we can help them with. So
So if I come to your booth, one of the questions after we've gone through all this is how do you charge for this? Like what's the fee model around this? Is it a percentage of is it a percentage structure?
Right.
We don't have to get into the specifics, but generally speaking, how does it
No,
work?
it's a great question because I feel like people will come to us and say, "Hey, I've got a quote to run my payroll from, you know, this competitor."
Like a payroll service.
Right, but we're so much more than that.
Yeah.
So the way it's based, if we were to do a proposal for a client, one, it's based on if your work comp. So if you're, you know, having various codes, there's various prices for that. It's not, as you well know, work comp is not a one price. If you've got a trucker out there, that's one cost. If you've got a girl sitting at a desk, secretarial, that's another cost. So one, you're paying work comp insurance, but you're paying that regardless of who you're paying.
Correct.
And then we have an administrative fee. So it's a percentage, basically.
Okay.
Yes.
Percentage of the overall spend.
Right.
Okay, got it. Okay. So it's a model that makes sense because presumably the reason to do it is the percentage spend and the fee structure and the percentage is hopefully you're getting that back in terms of your reduced.
Absolutely. There's a huge value to what you're paying.
Prop.
Yes.
Got it. Okay. So what does the average small business owner not know they need to know?
It's a great model. I mean, we can save a business so much money. One, with the rates, with our buying power that we have as a PEO, but two, just the hand holding, the services. I mean, I have clients that have employees that branch out and start a business, and like we get to walk with them every step of the way and help them be compliant where they need to be compliant, taking care of the tax headache that most business owners don't want to deal with. So if you're doing a lot of things in-house, we can take that headache off of you. So I think a lot of times people hear PEO and there's like a stigma with it, but I mean, it's a huge value to most businesses.
Beautiful. Well, Kim, this has been incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Thank you for having me. This was
it.
awesome.
Yes.
Thank you, Nick, for introducing us.
Thank you. Appreciate it.